The woman in blue. They called her the woman in blue. Not because she was mysterious, though she was, but because she always wore it. Cobalt dresses, sapphire scarves, indigo coats that billowed like twilight behind her as she walked through the rain-slicked streets of Hollow End. No one knew her name. No one dared ask. She appeared every Tuesday and Friday at 3:17 p.m., stepping off the 3:15 bus with a worn leather satchel and eyes that held entire seasons. She'd enter the corner cafe. The steaming page, order a chamomile tea with honey, never sugar, sit by the fogged window and write. Pages and pages, in cursive. With a fountain pen the color of storm clouds, children pointed. Tourists snapped photos, locals whispered. "She's a ghostwriter for celebrities," said Dave, the barista with the handlebar mustache. "No, she's a retired spy," argued Mrs. Langley from the flower shop. "That satchel definitely holds microfilm." The truth was quieter and sadder, and more beautiful. Her name was Eleanor Voss once. She'd been a literature professor at Briarwood College. Brilliant, beloved, devastatingly lonely. She wrote poetry no one published and loved a man who left her for someone less complicated. When her mother died, the last tether to her old life, Eleanor folded her grief into ink. She quit her job, sold her house, took the bus to nowhere towns, and wrote letters, not emails, not texts, letters, to strangers. She'd overhear a snippet of conversation. "I miss my sister," or "I wish I'd said I'm sorry," and later, anonymously mail a handwritten note to that person's address easily found in small towns. No return address, just empathy, folded neatly into blue stationery. The cafe became her sanctuary, her ritual, her stage. One rainy Friday, a boy no older than 10 sat at the next table, sniffling. His ice cream had fallen. His mother was on her phone. Eleanor didn't look up, but when she left, she placed a small envelope beside his empty cone. Inside, a short story about a dragon who cried caramel tears and how sometimes losing something sweet just means you're ready for something magical. The boy stopped crying. He grinned. His mother looked up, startled. She caught Eleanor at the door. "Was this you?" she asked, voice trembling. Eleanor simply nodded, smiled, and stepped into the rain. That moment cracked something open. More envelopes appeared. For the widow who came in every day and stared at her wedding ring. For the teenager scribbling angry poetry in his notebook. For Dave, after his divorce papers came through. Each note signed only, "The woman in blue." Then one Tuesday, she didn't come. The cafe felt colder, quieter. Dave kept her usual table empty, reserved. He taped to the chair. On the 7th day of her absence, a package arrived at the cafe, addressed to the patrons of the steaming page. Inside, a manuscript. Title, "Letters I Never Sent But Should Have." Page 1 read, "Dear stranger, you are not invisible. Your grief is not a burden. Your joy is not too small. I wore blue so you'd see me, but really, I was trying to see you." The last page was a letter. To herself, "Dear Eleanor, it's time to come home. Not to a place, to people. You're not alone anymore. Love everyone you've loved back." That afternoon, the bell above the cafe door chimed. She walked in, not in blue, but in soft green. Dave cried, Mrs. Langley clapped. The boy ran to her and hugged her knees. Eleanor, no longer just the woman in blue, sat at her usual table. This time, she didn't write alone. People brought her their stories, their sorrows, their thanks, and she listened. Years later, her book became a quiet bestseller, translated into 17 languages, adapted into a film they shot right there in Hollow's End. But Eleanor never moved away, still drinks chamomile, still writes. Now with others gathered round, and every new patron is handed a blue envelope on their first visit. Inside, a single line, "You are seen," because sometimes, the most powerful magic isn't mystery, it's mercy. In ink, in blue.